What is the purpose of the song? The purpose of the song is found in its prophetic nature, and through this it shows mankind the truly magnificent faithfulness of God. The song does not ask questions of God, but its purpose is to ask questions of man, and in fact asks us many questions, not least about ourselves and the level of our desire to seek truth and light in the midst of the deception and the darkness in which we live. The song points us to the answers to questions about our commitment to find God as it takes us on a journey towards a spiritual awakening, a rebirth of the soul, and an ascent towards the divine. The meeting between the maiden and her beloved tells the story of seeing God face to face, but only after a period of seeking and yearning, which over time deepens love and strengthens the resolve in her soul to be satisfied. The maiden running through the streets highlights the need for the soul of man to seek out our Creator with all we have, holding nothing back and giving all to be in His wonderful presence. The song has a message to the nations, which is about a love affair which results in the redemption and restoration of the nation of Israel. And it tells of God's forgiving nature, which restores them to holiness and honor after a long period of suffering, wandering, and isolation in the nations. The maiden is an allegory of the people of Israel, and the beloved is the one who brings redemption through his faithfulness, grace, and mercy, as his divine voice beckons to his chosen to return to the place destined for them since antiquity. The God of Israel expresses his love for Israel through covenant, and his passionate desire to cleave with them will not be satisfied until they seek him with all their hearts. Today, the Jewish soul, in my view, unique amongst men, is awakening, and their searching is taking on a new intensity in their search for their God. The song also shows those of us who are grafted into Israel through our faith in Yeshua that God has not forsaken Israel, and it provides us with the guidance and the vision required to be spiritually ready when the Messiah returns from his heavenly dwelling to redeem his people. Despite the torment and pain of loss and despair of the maiden, likened really to the wise virgins, she finally finds her beloved, not only because her searching, but because of her readiness, which is the result of perseverance through the passage of time. Are we willing to work in the vineyard and, like the maiden searching the streets, to run the spiritual race, to find our Savior and gather those friends along with us as we travel on the pathways towards his dwelling place? The song depicts expressions of faith and love of such depth that there is nothing which can compare to the tremendous patience, unending love of God for the soul of man, and the depth and breadth and width and height of his love, which we will never fully understand and only see dimly until that day when winter is truly over and we will meet him face to face. Shabbat Shalom, Mike Fryer.